Hey guys! Oh wow, I got a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. But I wanted to start on a very serious note. I want to talk about the Uyghur Muslims. I know someone that went to China 8, 9 years ago. And yeah, that was quite the culture shock for him. He was there with his significant other, specifically to intermingle and study the Uyghur Muslims. So he actually got to meet these people, and he knew from talking to them they were already just disappearing, and word was that they were going to concentration camps, basically. These people, one day, like, their father is there, the next day he goes to the market and never comes back. That is their reality. And kids are being taken away from their Uyghur Muslim parents, and they are being indoctrinated with CCP Chinese propaganda to the point where they don't really remember anything about their previous heritage or their parents, and then they get adopted by a Chinese couple. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to eliminate the Uyghur Muslims altogether, like from existence. They want to wipe out the whole Uyghur Muslim race, family, whatever you want to call it. That's their goal. I'm not really sure. I don't understand why this isn't a bigger deal. These people are being kidnapped on the street. They have no contact with their family, so their family knows nothing about what happened to them. They shave their heads. They line them up to go into trains to, Zhejiang, or I can't remember exactly where the concentration camps are. I do know that Disney's Mulan filmed there and thanked the city and literally, like, the people that are in charge of the concentration camps. They thank them in the credits. It's just really blatant, I mean, does Disney think we're that stupid? Or do they just not care? They're like, oh, we're so rich and powerful and we're Disney, so fuck you. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean. So, anyway, I already planned on boycotting Disney. I'm not getting Disney Plus, and I think the last movie that I saw that was Disney was probably The Avengers, not Infinity War, but the one right after that. I can't remember right now. But that was the last Disney movie that I saw in the theaters. They're sneaky, though. They got a lot of, like, sub-companies that are under the Disney umbrella. So I'm sure that at home, I've been watching some Disney and supporting Disney. But I'm not going to buy anything Disney, and I'm not going to go to Disney World, and I'm not going to support this company. It makes me sick to think they would thank the Chinese government, who are in charge of a concentration camp where Uyghur Muslims are being murdered and disappeared. This regime is evil, and Disney is like, a special thanks to the people in Zhejiang who are running, let's say, they're like schools, Uyghur Muslim schools. We don't have to go into detail. Let's just thank those people. Thank you for letting us film here. Please ignore the starving, dirty people that are staring at you through the bars. Just ignore them. They're using them for organ harvesting, too. Organ harvesting. So they're killing them and they're selling their organs to the highest bidder. And I bet that sometimes includes Americans. It's a big business. It's a good business, huh? Lucrative. When you're in the human organ black market, it's a lucrative business. So I also know there are a few companies, I know for sure, that use Uyghur Muslim slave labor. And what really makes me sad is this is a company that I really liked. I like Gap. I like the way they make their clothes. They fit me well. Unfortunately, Gap uses Uyghur Muslim slave labor. Yes, they do. So please don't buy anything from the Gap until this changes. You don't want to support this, trust me. And now that you know, can you support it? Because I know I can't. I can say no to their biggest sale of the year, and I plan on doing that. So, you know what? F you, Gap. You need to change your relationship with China. Preferably, like, sever it. Maybe start making clothes here. How hard is that? How come we don't make more clothes here? It's just very confusing. Here's my dog. My dog wants to say hello. He wants to give kisses. Okay. Alright. No, that's enough. Okay. So, let's just move on to the one more really controversial thing this week. Cuties. Yeah, so sometimes people will ask me why I voted for Donald Trump or why I'm voting for Donald Trump. And one of the things that I tell them that they often do not know, they're not aware of because it's not covered at all by the mainstream media, is he is a human traffic busting machine. He has busted more child predators and human trafficking coyotes than any president in their whole presidency, by far. That's POTUS. He's looking out for these people. We're talking about people across the border, children that are brought across the border. You know, I don't want to go into too much detail because it's really awful, awful, awful. Sometimes to hear these stories, it's really awful to hear the stories that come out of this. So, POTUS going after human trafficking. It's amazing. Please keep it up, POTUS. And if you're not sure you want to vote for Trump, you're on the fence, like a Tim Pool on the fence, think about that. He's going after the people who are molesting and doing horrible things to our most vulnerable, our children. Children are the future. Should we allow them to be tortured, molested, sold, bought and sold? Who knows? Who knows what these people are capable of? I know one thing. I know that President Trump is getting these people. He's going to put an end to a lot of people's plans. And I think Epstein being caught, I think that Ghislaine Maxwell being caught, I think these things are... I think that they wouldn't have happened if we didn't have Trump as president. Now, Epstein didn't kill himself. We all know that. It's so frustrating because we literally kept saying, like, all of us, the whole entire United States, okay, we all knew this was going to happen. We all called it. It happened, and we just put up with it. We're like, well, what are you gonna do, you know? Maybe he didn't do that. He didn't do it, okay? There's massive amount of evidence that shows that he didn't do that to himself. So, we got Epstein, we've got Maxwell, and then we have the people associated with Maxwell, including Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton. We had them. They wouldn't be busted if Donald Trump wasn't our president. Think about that. If you're not sure you want to vote for him, think about that. He's protecting our children. He's bringing them home to their parents. He's stopping a little girl from being raped 45 times as she tries to cross the border. Yes, these things happen. POTUS doing great things with human trafficking. He's stopping it. He's catching them. He's making them pay. And you're not hearing about it. I'm not even sure if you Google it if you're going to find a lot of information about this. So we covered the Uyghur Muslim slave labor. We covered the Gap using them for slave labor. We covered Disney bending the knee to the Chinese CCP communist government. We touched on human trafficking, and I want to close this out with Cuties. I haven't seen it, so I really can't, I can't give you a review. My guess is it's terrible and uncomfortable to watch. And I remember being 11 years old. You know what happened to me at 11 years old? I got my first real kiss at 11. These girls are simulating sexual things, twerking, grabbing themselves, taking selfies of their privates. Yeah, that's this movie. I don't want to support this. I don't even want to own Netflix now that they're okay with this. I have seen their responses on Twitter, their automated responses, where people are like, this is child pornography. What do you have to say about it? And they're just like, well, we're sorry. We have a variety of content here on Netflix. Maybe you should try blah, 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 blah. They do not say, so sorry for offending you with, potentially obscene children pornography. Our bad. No. They don't see anything wrong with it. If you read a lot of the reviews, they don't see anything wrong with it either. But I do. Look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and then look at the Metacritic score. Rotten Tomatoes, that is our critics, our mainstream. The Metacritic score is people, regular people, like you and me. Rotten Tomatoes score of like 80 something, Metacritic score of like 4. Yeah, 4%. At one point it was 3%. Now it's 4%. That is a huge discrepancy. There's something very wrong there. Very, very wrong. Basically, one side is saying, this stuff's okay, let's keep pushing the line, because that's what they're going to do. They start small, and then they get a little more, and then a little more. And then California goes ahead and they pass, or attempt to pass a law that makes it so that, I think it's 16-year-olds. 16-year-olds is the age of consent for certain things. Yeah, California's doing that. I think they're also trying to make it so like 16-year-olds can vote too. Yeah. So now they can have sexual adventures with adults and they can vote. I mean, that's what they're going for. That's what they're trying to pass. That's what they're trying to make normal. They're trying to normalize this. Talk about the new normal. No, I reject this new normal. This new normal is weird and sick, and it feels like something out of Black Mirror. That's our world right now. We have to stand up and say, things like Cuties, that's pushing the line too much. We don't want this. We don't want to see it. It makes us uncomfortable. If you're a mom or a father, you're looking at this and you're going, that could be my child. I can't believe some other adult, some other parent was okay with their children doing the things that they do in Cuties. I understand it's a French film and the French are very open about certain things, but come on now. Even France should know better than to make children do what the children do in this movie. Alright, so there's my rant on Cuties. I'm never going to watch it. If my friend hadn't already paid for our Netflix, I would cancel my Netflix too. So, unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. But, I mean, I can decide not to watch it. So, I guess that's my boycott/protest. So, yeah. F you, Netflix. Lots of F yous today. Alright, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. God bless America. Bye. If you like content like this, please watch me, like me, share me, or subscribe to me. I'll see you out there in YouTube land.